Dylan and Cohen records. But Ron, can you kind of just do the same thing? Kind of when did you first meet Bob, and how did he end up getting you involved with Nashville sessions?
Well, the way I met Bob was I had worked real hard out in San Francisco working with a company called Trident Productions. Frank Werber was the head guy out there, and they had three groups. They had the Kingston Trio. They had a group called We Five, which had quite a lot of success, and then they had my group, which we went through different names, but it finally ended up as West. And in 1967, at the Fairmont Hotel, they had a Christmas party. There was a guy by the name of Denny Zeitlin that had won Promotion Man of the Year all the way across the United States. And this party was for him. And there were 8 different labels that showed up that evening to see our group. And we had fallen in love with the actual sound that Simon and Garfunkel had on their records. And also with some of the things that we were hearing by Dylan and that. And we had it in our mind, our band had it in our mind, that it didn't matter what label offered us a deal, we wanted to work with this guy, Bob Johnston, because we were blaming him for that cool sound that we were hearing with the Sounds of Silence and all that. So we were told, Clive Davis got a hold of us and said that Bob Johnston was going to be at the party, and we knew that if he would just come, we never met him in our life, right? So we played and we played and we played, and finally the evening was over. And Charlie will tell you, we could sit here for a week, and I could never really stab the slot that this guy lives in. And just to give you an example, the evening came and went. We had 8 labels wanting to sign this group. Bob doesn't show, right? We're disappointed, and everybody now, it's after midnight, and it was in the Venetian room with the Fairmont Hotel. And we're now tearing our stuff down. It has to all get loaded down into our cars and all that kind of stuff. And we're tearing amplifiers down. And the lights are all bright and everything. All the people have kind of gone. And this guy steps in the doorway. And I looked over there and I told one of my band members, Bob Clare, you remember Bob? I said, that's him. He said, no, he wouldn't show up right, after we're done, right? So Bob walks up, and he goes, hi, man, I'm Bob Johnston. You're with me from now on, right? And I said, hey, you didn't even see us play. He said, but I'm going home with you guys. So we had a place up on the top of Mount Tamalpais, and now he gets in the car with all these amplifiers and everything, and we go to the top of Mount Tamalpais where John Sagan lived, and from about 2 in the morning, we built a fire. From about 2 in the morning till daylight, we sat around in there singing what we wished he'd have showed up to see, because now we're just a vocal group. We don't have our instruments, no drums or nothing like that. But anyway, he spent the whole night with us, and from that time on, we were with him and he was with us. And, as time went by, he started trying to talk me into playing on other albums. We were so hippied out at that time. Charlie will tell you, when we first met Charlie, I'm sure Charlie looked at us like we were from another planet, in the first go arounds there. But we were so hippied out that we actually felt like that if any of us played on someone else's album, we'd be giving away part of our sound and all that, All right, so finally one day, Bob just pulled the car over and he said, okay, look, you're playing on these things. I've got some things going, and there's going to be a day down the highway that you're going to thank me for this. But I'm tired of arguing about it. You're playing, and that's all there is to it. So I shut up, and And before I knew it, I was doing some things that, and like Charlie was just saying a minute ago, I swear to God, my life would not be in this industry, nothing without him.
Okay, great. Bob, you want to talk a little bit about how you